PSG, your time has come. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not surprised why people have PSG as the favorites going into this game, but I think they're looking at it from a perspective as what team they know more. They know these big names: Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Dembele, Vitinha, Marquinhos, Donnarumma. They're thinking about the club because nobody really thought that Inter could make it to this final, bro. PSG is always a team that's there. Even though Mbappe did just leave, they're always you can feel that they can be there. Inter, on the other hand, nobody really expected them to get here. Nobody expected them to be this good. Uh, and I feel like that's why people have gone with the decision of picking PSG in this final. But I think if you look at it from a tactical and a realistic standpoint, I think Inter just smashes them, bro. I don't see anything that suggests to me about this game going different unless Inter just completely lose all their brain cells and just stop playing like how they've been playing up to the final. Um, let's talk about tendencies from each team, dude. What team have PSG really dominated, bro? They've dominated nobody. They dominated Liverpool in that first game in Paris, but they still lost. The second game in Liverpool, they were very lucky to come away with penalties there. Uh, very, very lucky, dude, that they got that first goal. And then Liverpool just couldn't find the net for the next 90, 100 minutes. And then they went on penalties. Um, Aston Villa, they go down. They come back, score 3 goals thanks to counterattacks, and some special shit by Doué. But then in the second game, they damn near completely crumble, bro. They almost gave up a 3 goal lead that they had, bro. Like that, they had a 4 goal lead actually. They almost gave that shit up, dude. They gave up 4 goals in like 20 minutes. Very, very lucky to come out of that again. And then in the semifinal against Arsenal, they scored. They started off the first game well. They scored in the first 10 minutes, and then they just kind of sat back and did absolutely nothing for the rest of the game. And it wasn't for a lack of trying either. They just couldn't get out. Arsenal were on their ass. Arsenal didn't have many chances either, but PSG just didn't look going forward as good. Didn't look good going forward as well. And then in the second game, dude, look at that shit again, dude. Arsenal were on their ass for the first 15 minutes. They just couldn't score. PSG got the goal, and then yeah, they beat Arsenal. And let's keep it a buck. Arsenal have not been an impressive team this season, dude. They beat a weak Madrid. They beat a PSV that were weak as well. Uh, PSG have not really beaten anybody of high level this season, dude. Let's go by Inter now. Inter beat Bayern Munich at home and away. They beat Barca, which is probably Barca are probably the best team in Europe right now. We were very unlucky not to win that game. Anyways, but they beat Barca by outscoring them. They got scored on a lot, but they outscored them and they looked great as well, dude. It was not like usual Barca games where people get caught on the counter as well. Like Barca just going forward just completely destroys them. It had to take special, tricky moments by Lamine, a long shot by Rafinha, a great ball by Pedri to unlock that defense, dude. It wasn't just simple like things, dude. It was very, very tough to get past them. It was never simple. Barca never had too many chances, even though we scored a lot. We didn't have too many chances. And Inter going forward are genuinely, I believe, the best counterattacking team on the planet. They looked unbelievable. The chemistry, the flow. It seemed like they were playing in water. It was beautiful to watch, even as a Barca fan. I can't appreciate that, even though they're roided up freaks. But we'll leave that to another day. And I think when you combine PSG's just complete lack of consistency and pair that up against Inter's ability to threaten you and destroy you on the counterattack and not let goals in, I just don't see how this goes for PSG, bro. Like I'm gonna give it a buck. I will predict the whole 90 minutes right here. I say first 15 minutes PSG will have the ball. but they won't do what much with it. They won't be creative enough. If they're not on counterattacks, they're not a good team. Even if they're getting pressed, they're not even good at getting out of pressing, getting out of presses, dude. Look at that Arsenal game. Look at that Arsenal tie, dude. They couldn't get out of the press at all. When they're under pressure, they completely crumble. That shit happened in Liverpool as well. Uh, First 15 minutes, anyways, they will have the ball, but they won't do much with it. They may get the odd chance here and there, but they won't score. Then Inter will start to just physically destroy them, bro. PSG in their build up will just give away cheap mistakes. Then Inter with their fast 40-year-olds that are on roids will just completely destroy them with pace and physical dominance, bro. I think Dumfries will destroy on the right side, and it'll look bad for about 30 minutes for PSG, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Inter might score 1 or 2 goals, and then second half starts. PSG will get a goal, and Inter will score another one near the last 15, 20 minutes to finish it off. And it won't be dominating in the score because I'm predicting a 3-1. I don't think it'll be a destruction in terms of goals, but I think people will be surprised just how vulnerable this PSG midfield and defense are, and how not special these forward players will look against an actual good defense. Because I do like Due, I like Kvaratskhelia, I don't like Dembele, but I think he's a good player. But I think they've been very fortunate about the teams they've played so far. I think they will get exposed. That whole PSG team will get exposed, and people will be shockingly surprised. They will be unpleasantly surprised just by how dominant that Inter team will be, PSG on Saturday. So yeah, that's my take. Thank y'all for being here. I'll be live for the final. I'll be doing a watch along. It'll be lit, bro. And yeah, I'm very much expecting things to go this way. If it doesn't, I'm actually gonna be upset because I actually know because this is what separates me from everybody else, bro. I'm a very smart thinker when it comes to the sport, bro. And if I'm wrong about this, I will take it personal, and I will not like Inter anymore. So I don't like Inter anyways, but I'll hate them even more. So.